Good morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, today is day 10 of the government shutdown, and from an agricultural standpoint, we're not getting export sales reports today, and we're not really getting anything from a daily reporting service on any new buying that might be around. This past week we've heard some rumors that maybe China's been a buyer of corn kind of underneath the radar. Other than that, Egypt's tendering for wheat. If we had to guess what export sales were last week, probably close to 1 million tons of beans, a little under maybe 1 million tons of corn, and somewhere between 300 and 500,000 tons of wheat. Could have also been maybe 120 to 200,000 tons of meal. In the big picture of things, we've seen the nearby bean basis levels firm up a little bit on maybe a lack of farmers selling, but more important, big demand. We're starting to see a big lineup of boats to be loaded at the U.S. Gulf, and crushers would also like to buy beans. We estimate that bean harvest is about 50% done right now, and that maybe we'll see a little bit more bean selling as we get closer to this $13 level on November beans. Over in the corn, the farmer's a little slow in getting into his corn harvest. We're expecting it to be maybe 20 or 30% done. We're not seeing quite the same spread action in the corn, suggesting that the market still feels there's a big crop out there and eventually will come to the market. We also don't have quite the export program in the nearby corn as we do in the beans, and domestic users from the feeders to the ethanol plants appear to be getting some of their coverage in that they had contracted before harvest. So not the same urgency in corn as we've seen in beans. Wheat spreads over corn, Kansas City wheat spread over Chicago near season's highs. We still have a tight situation in Kansas City wheat and wheat in general versus corn. We're seeing some of the Russian prices move up a little bit on talk that their supplies are tight, and we're going to be watching pretty closely Argentina and see if they slow down further their wheat exports, which might bring some demand into the United States. As far as U.S. weather is concerned, beautiful weather today. The weekend should see Midwest rains move across, return cooler next week, and we also would expect that mid next week another rain event. So that could slow harvest a little bit, but it is recharging the soils for next year's crops. South American 30-day outlook, we're looking for maybe normal rains across the northern and central parts of Brazil, maybe a little bit below normal rain for southern Brazil, northern Argentina. Temperatures for the most part should be normal, except for maybe Argentina, which might be slightly above normal. So we'll have to watch those weather conditions. So we're up against some pretty important resistance in the beans. Corn market isn't really doing too much. Wheat market is also near its recent highs, and we'll see if there's any follow through from the possibility of a resolution to this debt ceiling in Washington, B, a little bit of slowdown in harvest selling, and C, the good demand that we're seeing for nearby beans. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and it was safe and profitable trading day.